Okay, you know that feeling, like that digital dread when you fire off a message and then spot the typo.
Oh, yeah, or your phone just won't stop buzzing because of some group chat that's gone completely off the rails.
Exactly. And you're trying to figure out who's talking about what, and none of it's even for you. Plus, you're always sort of wondering about privacy and just hoping people actually get your message.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely a common frustration. The materials we looked at really highlight that tension,
Yeah.
between wanting to connect easily and dealing with tools that can be, well, clunky or intrusive.
Right. Which sets the stage perfectly for our deep dive today, Textogram.
Hmm.
Now, our sources, they present this as something potentially more significant than just another messaging app.
Yeah, they're calling it an AI and ML-powered mobile communication and marketing application. That's quite a description.
It is, and the ambition seems pretty high, like fundamentally changing how we communicate and maybe even how we earn online.
So for you listening, our goal today is really to unpack that. What's Textogram actually offering? The sources point to smoother communication, global reach, a big focus on privacy, and some pretty different financial opportunities, especially for early folks.
And there's definitely a buzz in the info we have. Talk of a paradigm shift, even. So, yeah, let's focus on what it actually does and this rare opportunity they keep mentioning.
Okay, so starting with the communication side, it looks like Textogram is trying to directly fix those headaches you mentioned earlier.
Right, the typos, the misunderstandings.
Exactly. They call it intelligent communication perfected. One of the big things is instant typo and grammar correction.
Okay, that alone sounds pretty useful. Imagine fewer awkward autocorrect fails changing your whole meaning.
Definitely. And it's not just fixing mistakes. They also talk about text templates, which, can save time.
Sure.
But the twist is using AI to rephrase those templates so you don't sound like a robot sending the same thing over and over. Keeps it fresh.
That's smart. Okay, and what about the group chat chaos? That's a big one for me.
Yeah, they have a really unique approach here, it seems. In Textogram group chats, apparently, when you reply, your message only goes to the person who sent the original message you're replying to.
Wait, really? So not blasting the entire group with every little back and forth?
That's the idea. Focused exchanges. No more notification overload from side conversations you're not involved in.
Huh. That could genuinely change how those chats work. Much cleaner.
It seems the overall goal is clearer, more concise communication.
Yeah.
Making sure your message lands properly without all the extra noise. Deliberate, maybe.
Makes sense. Clearer, smarter, less distracting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the sources also hit hard on global reach and privacy, right? That seemed like a big pillar.
Absolutely. The global aspect is interesting. They claim you can text in over 40 languages right in the app.
Wow, okay. That opens up a lot of possibilities, personally and professionally.
For sure. And then there's the control and privacy angle. They mention a 20-second interval between sending texts.
A 20-second delay. The idea seems to be encouraging more deliberate communication. A pause to think, maybe. It's different from the instant fire nature of most apps.
Okay, interesting. What else on privacy?
Well, non-expiring text credits, which is a bit unusual. Better deliverability is claimed too. But the really standout point is what it doesn't need access to.
Right, you mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, according to the sources, no access needed to your main phone system, microphone, camera, files, media, or location.
In today's world, that's kind of huge. We're so used to apps asking for everything.
It really is. Plus, they emphasize protecting group privacy, tying back to that reply feature, maybe, and importantly, no ads.
No ads. That combined with the minimal permissions, it feels very user-centric, like they're building trust.
It certainly seems that way. It really begs the question of how they plan to operate sustainably, if not leaning heavily on data monetization like so many others.
Which probably leads us straight into the next big piece.
Yeah.
The money, this unique financial opportunity.
Exactly. This is where Textogram seems to diverge significantly from just being a communication tool. It's positioned as a way for early users or affiliates to actually earn.
Okay, so how does that work? Is it just standard affiliate marketing?
Well, the sources call it a rare opportunity. They mention potential upfront income just for registering early. That's
Yeah.
unusual.
Income just for signing up.
Okay.
Intriguing. What else?
Then there's this thing they call an unprecedented 100% matching income on your direct signups.
Wait, 100% match. So if I bring someone in and they start earning, I earn the same amount from their activity, dollar for dollar.
That's how the sources describe it,
Yeah.
that direct match. It definitely creates a strong incentive to bring people onto the platform who are also active.
Yeah, no kidding. That's a powerful motivator. And then there was something else. Profit sharing.
They call that the game changer. And
You're
this seems different from just getting a commission per sign-up.
How so? What's the difference?
Well, typical affiliate stuff is transactional, right?
Yeah.
You get paid when someone clicks, signs up, or buys something. Profit sharing, as described here, sounds more like getting a small slice of the company's overall success.
So, like having tiny shares, almost. You benefit if the whole platform does well.
Kinda, yeah. It suggests a longer-term stake. As Textagram grows, potentially becomes profitable, a portion of that profit could flow back to these early adopters in the program. It's less about the individual sale, more about the platform's overall health and growth.
Okay, that is different. It frames it as building potentially sustainable income tied to the company's future, not just quick commissions. Like a potential legacy, as they put it.
Precisely. The narrative is about partnership, shared success, long-term value, not just quick hits.
Got it. Okay, so that's the vision. But where is Textagram now? What's the roadmap look like?
The sources say it's in the final stages of development. The team is apparently perfecting it, adding some final groundbreaking features.
So polishing it up before the big reveal.
Sounds like it. They mentioned meticulous refinement, trying to exceed expectations at launch. It's not out broadly just yet.
And the next big step is the Google Play Store.
Correct. Getting onto the Play Store is key for reaching a massive global audience on Android. That's the gateway to widespread availability.
Right. And for those early adopters, that launch would be when their network, their potential earnings, could really start to scale up if the platform takes off.
Exactly. The Play Store launch is positioned as the moment things could really accelerate, amplifying that rare opportunity.
Okay, so let's recap quickly. We've got Textagram using AI and machine learning to try and fix common communication annoyances, typos, group chat noise.
Plus global reach with many languages and a very strong emphasis on user privacy, minimal permissions, no ads.
And then this really unique financial model. Potential upfront earnings, that 100% matching bonus, and the long-term profit sharing idea.
Yeah, it's positioned as this whole package. Better communication, immediate income potential, matched earnings, and a stake in future profits. A gateway, as they say.
And crucially, the sources stress that this early adopter program with these specific benefits won't last forever. It's a limited time window.
Right. That sense of urgency is definitely there.
So the big question for you, listening, to maybe chew on.
Yeah, maybe something like, is Textagram just another app? Or could it actually represent a real shift, not just in how we text, but in how everyday users might actually benefit financially from the tech they use?
Or maybe. With privacy being such a hot topic and this unusual incentive structure, does Textagram offer a glimpse of a different kind of digital future, one that's maybe more user-focused, more equitable?
Good questions to ponder.
Definitely. If you're curious and want to look into it more yourself, the website mentioned in the sources is https://textagram.now.site. That's where you can apparently learn more and potentially claim your stake, as they put it.